Hello everyone, welcome to Engineer. In this particular video, we'll be talking about the part 3 of building materials objectives, and we'll be discussing 50 questions in this session also. So this is from 101 to 150, right? So let's start. 100. So a good building stone should not absorb water more than. So the answer is 5%, right? So this is from the book of Agor. So a good quality stone absorbs water less than 5%, and a stone is rejected if it absorbs water more than 10%. So sometimes you will find 0.6%, 0.6 in the answer. Then you need to tick 0.60. Okay, the answer is 5%. Good quality stones must be durable, be free from clay, resist action of acids. All of the above. The answer is all of the above, right? Specific gravity for most of the building stone lies between 2.5 to 3, right? 2.7 or more generally, right? So 2.5 to 3. Initial setting time of cement for asbestos cement products should not be less than. So if you see in the book of Agor, initial setting time of cement for asbestos cement products should not be less than. The answer given is 90 minutes. Similarly, if you see another question for asbestos, is an excellent insulator for heat and electricity, is fireproof and acid proof, has specific gravity equal to 3.10, is smooth like glass and silk. So answer is all of the above in this case. 379 in the Aragor book, asbestos is a natural fibrous mineral substance, yes, and is composed of hydrosilicate of calcium and magnesium. This is also correct. Contains iron and iron oxide and alumina. This is also correct. So answer is all of the above. Similarly, which of the following is acid resistant asbestos? These all are acid resistant asbestos, and for the non-acid resistant asbestos, chrysolite is the non-acid resistant asbestos. So answer here is initial setting time for asbestos cement product is 90 minutes given. The age of tree can be known by examining annual rings, right? So our answer is annular rings. Pick up the correct statement from the following. In basic Bessemer process, the steel hits the converter. In open hearth process, the furnace hits the steel. In Simon's process, the impurities of pig iron are oxidized by the oxygen of the ore. All of the above. You see here in it means in the basic Bessemer process, the converter, the steel hits the converter. So the steel hits the converter, right? So whereas furnace hits the steel in open earth and crucible process. In the open earth process, furnace hits the steel. And if you see in Simon's process, the impurities of pig iron oxidized by the oxygen of the ore, right? So our answer will be all of the above. Percentage of silica in a good brick earth lies between silica, right? So silica is maximum in the brick earth, 50 to 60%, whereas main ingredient is alumina. Don't forget. So the main ingredient of good quality brick earth is alumina, and clay and silt contained in a good brick earth must be at least 50%. So answer is 50 to 60% silica. Resins are not soluble in water, soluble in spirit, used in varnishes, left behind on evaporation of oil. So we see this question in this is the book of Agor, and in the book of Agor, the answer is given as used in varnishes, option number C. And in the exam Veda also used in varnishes, but if you see Baiju, then it is given as option number E, all of the above. Resins are soluble in spirit, left behind on evaporation of oil, used in varnishes, and not soluble in water, all of the above. So generally these three options are given. You need to take used in varnishes, yes. And quicklime is, so if you see here, quicklime is slow in setting and rapid in slicking, good in strength. So if you see here, the answer is quicklime is slow in setting and rapid in slaking, right? So our answer will be both first and second. Pick up the correct statement from the following. Soft stones are required for carving, light stones are required for arches, hard stones are required to stand high pressure. All of the above. The answer are all of the above. Soft stones are required for carving because carving will not be easier for the hard stones, right? And light stones are for arches because it needs to withstand the strength, right? So more heavier stones should not be there in the arches. Right, and hard stone are required to stand high pressure. As per our specification, the maximum final setting time for ordinary Portland cement should be final is 10 hours and or 600 minutes, right? Single is water-bound pebble. So muram is decomposed laterite and single are water-bound pebbles. So answer is water-bound pebbles. Proper amount of intrant air in concrete results in, so it results in better workability and lesser resistant to freezing and thawing, right? So our answer will be 1 and 2. Pick up the correct statement from the following. Method of sawing timber. So tangentially to annual ring is known as tangential method. In 4 quarters such that each board cuts annual rings at angles not less than 45 degrees is known as quarter sawing method. Cutout of quarter logs parallel to the medullary rays and perpendicular to annual rings is known as radial sawing. All of the above. The answer is all of the above. Right? Tangential, they are tangential to annual rings. In quarter, this is like this kind of thing, right? So they are separated into this part, this part, this part, and this part. 4 quarters, right? And each boards are called annual rings at right angle not less than 45 degree in quarter sawing method. So this kind of thing, this kind and this type, this and this is a kind of quarter sawing method. In the radial sawing method, it is cut along this side, right, parallel to medullary rays. So answer will be all of the above. Pick up the correct statement from the following. Alexander Parkes, Scottish chemist, prepared a hard material by mixing camphor and alcohol with nitrocellulose and called it as Parkesite. Dr. L. Baekeland, a Belgian scientist, prepared a product known as Bakelite. Polark, an Austrian scientist, prepared a substance from urea and formaldehyde and called it plastic. All of the above. If you see here, these are the development stages of the plastic industry. In the first one, if you see here, in the Parkes, he prepared a hard material in 1865 by mixing camphor and alcohol with nitrocellulose. This material was known as Parkesite. So next one is Belgian scientist Dr. L. Baekeland. He prepared a product known as Bakelite, right? And the third one is Austrian scientist Polark. He prepared a substance from urea and formaldehyde in 1924, right? So our answer, if you see, our answer will be all of the above, right? Our answer will be this, all of the above. Next, expansion joints in masonry walls are provided in walls length. So 10, 20, 30 and 40 are the options. So if you see here, this is the question from the R. and in the particular book the answer is given as 180 D 40 meter in this particular R. book. But if you see also, if you see in the other PDF forms, I have seen this PDF, very popular PDF, and this from this the answer is also 40 meter. So if you see in exam beta, expansion joints in masonry walls are provided if length exceeds 30 meter. In this exam beta, it is given as 30 meter, and also in the table of IS 33343 or something like that, it is given as 30 meter intervals. And if you see here, installation expansion joint in walls. In brick or stone masonry, expansion joints normally need not be necessary except in case of long walls exceeding 30 meter in length, right? In such long walls, the expansion joints should not be less than 15 mm wide and should be spaced not more than 30 meter apart, right? So it is up to you to decide between the 20 meter and 30 meter, right? Next, cast steel is manufactured by, so generally cast steel is manufactured by crucible process, right? Based on the following rocks, and again cementation process, cementation process gives us what? Blister steel, right? Based on the following rocks and minerals, select the correct statement. Quartz, shale, basalt, granite, marble, gypsum, mica. So quartz and mica are the minerals in this case, right? And basalt and marbles are the only metamorphic rock. Note, there is basalt, which is igneous rock. There is no sedimentary rock. There is sedimentary rock. The shale is sedimentary rock, right? And this one is also sedimentary rock, chemically precipitated sedimentary rock. And we see granite is the only igneous rock. No, granite, basalt are the igneous rock, and quartz and mica are minerals. True, it is true that quartz and mica are minerals. So answer is quartz and mica are minerals. The foliated structure is very common in metamorphic rock, right? So in the metamorphic rock, it is very common. Cross cut saw is used for cutting hard stones. Pick up the correct statement from the following. Catalysts are added to assist and accelerate the hardening of resin. The fillers are inert materials and they impart strength and hardness. Fibrous fillers increase thermal resistance. All of the above. We see here catalysts. These compounds are added to assist and accelerate the hardening of resin, And in the fillers are inert materials, and they impart strength, hardness, and other properties to plastics. And for the fibrous fillers, they increase thermal resistance. So all of the above is the answer. A first class brick, when immersed in cold water for 24 hours, should not absorb water more than. So basically this is from the book of Dougal, and it is written as the 6th number. Water absorption should be 12 to 15% of its dry weight when immersed in cold water for 24 hours, right? But most of the objective books provide the answer as 20%. So it is up to you what you prefer, 15% or 20%. Generally, I go for 15% in case of Nepal. The minimum compressive strength of second class brick is 75, right? So 7 Newton per mm square, 75 kg per centimeter square. Which of the flowing bricks are used for lining of furnace? So refractory bricks are used for lining of furnaces, right? Okay. Bulking of sand is caused due to surface moisture, right? Presence of moisture in sand increases the volume of sand, right? So that is bulking. Surface moisture causes bulking. According to IS specifications, the compressive strength of ordinary Portland cement after 3 days should not be less than. So options are 7, 11.5, 16, and 21. If you see in the table, it is ordinary Portland cement after 3 days is 16 MPa, and in the IS 269 for 33 grade of OPC, you can see compressive strength for 72 plus minus 1 hour, that is 3 days, is 16 MPa. So answer is 16 MPa. Pick the correct statement from the following. Plastics have generally low melting point. The coefficient of thermal expansion of plastic is about 10 times than that of steel. The acoustical boards prepared by impregnating fiberglass with phenolic resins has absorption coefficient of about 0.67. All of the above. So we see here most of the plastics have low melting point, right? And in general, it can be said that coefficient of thermal expansion of plastic is about 10 times than that of steel, right? And another is acoustical boards are prepared by impregnating fiberglass with phenolic resin. This material has absorption coefficient of about 0.67. So all the answers are correct. The amount of water used for 1 kg of distemper is, if you see here, for mixing 1 kg of distemper, 0.6 liter of warm water is required. So answer is 0.6 liter. Smith's test of stone is performed to find out what? The presence of soluble matter in the sample of stone. So answer is presence of soluble matter of stone. The most important tool in bricklaying for lifting and spreading mortar and for forming joints is, so this is the trowel, right? So answer is trowel. The unit of 1 meter cube of brick earth is about, it is found that the weight of 1 meter cube of brick earth is about 1800 kg, right? And average weight is 3 to 3.5 kg. So 1800 kg is the answer. Which is the flowing mineral? In this particular quartz is the mineral, right? And if you need to remember this, free quartz suddenly expands at a temperature 600 degrees Celsius. Answer is quartz. Age of a tree may be ascertained by number of annual rings, right? Annual rings determine the age of the trees. Crossing strength of a good building stone should not be more than, so if you see here, for a good structural stone, crossing strength should be greater than 1000 kg per centimeter square. So crossing strength of good building stone should be more than 100 MPa or 1000 kg per centimeter square. Generally, wooden molds are made from sesame wood. The nominal size of the modular brick is, so modular brick nominal size is 200 into 10 100 into 100, whereas standard or modular size is 190 by 90 by 90 in the IS standard. Bitumen is generally obtained from petroleum products, right? Bitumen is derived from petroleum products. The main constituent which imparts hydrolicity to a hydraulic lime is clay. Clay is the most important constituent that produces hydrolicity in lime, right? Calcination of iron ores is done to remove moisture, to remove carbonic acid, by roasting leaves, all of the above. So roasting also, here you can see water and carbon dioxides are removed from ores by calcination. And also one important thing to remember is roasting will not be necessary if ore is an oxide. If ore is an oxide, you don't need roasting. All of the above are answer. So which of the following cement is suitable for use in massive concrete structures such as large dam? We all know low-edge cement is used in mass concrete work, right? Okay. The commonly used here in oil paints are naphtha and turpentine, both A and B. You see here, the commonly used solvent is the spirit of turpentine, also written in the particular book. But generally we tick both A and B. Minimum thickness of wall where single flame spoon can be used is at least equal to 1.5 brick, right? So answer is 1.5 brick thick. The pigment used in paints for corrosive resistant is what? Red lead, right? Anti-corrosive paint has red lead in it, so it is red lead. Slate is formed by metamorphic action on what? Shell, right? Shell turns to slate. Sea sand used in structures causes what? Dampness, efflorescence, disintegration, all of the above. If you see here, causes dampness, efflorescence, disintegration of rocks. Work. Sea sand used in structure, all of this is the answer. The trunk of tree left after cutting all the branches is known as what? Log, right? Log is the trunk of tree obtained after removal of branches, and batten is the timber piece whose breadth and thickness do not exceed 50 mm. Similarly, bulk is that when the cross-sectional dimensional axis is 50 mm, while in one direction and other exceeds 200 mm. And plank is when thickness is less than 50 mm and width exceeds 50 mm. So the particular answer is log. The weight of the good quality brick when immersed in water for a period of 16 hours should not exceed the weight of dry bricks. So in this particular case also you decide between 20 and 15%, but I prefer 15% in this case. But generally most of the objective books from India are given the answer is given as 20%. Pog mill is used for preparation of clay, right? Pogging is for the preparation of clay. Pick of the synthetic resin for the following: urea resin, phenolic resin, resorcinol resin, all of these. So we see here the synthetic resins are mainly of 4 types: melamine resin, phenolic resins, resorcinol resin, and urea resin. So all of the are answer. Addition of pozolan to OPC increases what? Shrinkage. Plastics are compounds of carbon with what? Hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, all of these. So plastics are compounds of carbon with other elements such as hydrogen, nitrogen, and oxygen. Okay, that's all for now. Thank you for watching.